Hello.
Hello. Good morning. Those in China.
Konnichiwa, Japan. How are you? How are you, buddy? You all right?
Good. How you doing, mate?
I'm fine. I probably just had the biggest meal before we came on air. So if I start to, and I'm in a really hot room, I've just got a recipe for snoozing going as we speak as well. So yeah, it's all good. Welcome to Sidetracked with Pete and Robbie. We're so glad you're here as ever. If you want to say hello, whatever device you're watching us on, if you type a comment, we should be able to see it on the screen. If you're on YouTube, that's probably the best one because they always come straight through. So if you can, message us on there because it'd be fantastic.
Yeah, definitely join in. That's what it's all about. We're a music community.
Absolutely. And yeah, we've got a great show. We've got a great guest coming up for you today. We've got some great music. We've got lots and lots going on. And we missed last week. That was down to me. That was my fault because I forgot I was working. So yeah, oh, there you go. If you subscribe, me and Pete can retire and do this for a living and I won't be late again.
Yeah. But to make up for that, we are going to do 2 in a row. So we're going to be back next week with another special guest.
That's right. Yeah, we're going to keep flogging it out. That's what we're going to do. Hopefully, you're going to find some new music today. We're super excited about you watching. So thank you so much for joining us. It really means a lot, that we just got a little video thing and people join in and support us. It's great. I've got a new desk, so I keep doing this a lot. So I do apologize because I need to get near it because my old one, I couldn't get my arms under. I get my arms under now, so I've got to keep moving around a bit. Anyway, yeah. So should we do what we always do? Should we start with what we've been listening to this week?
Yeah, let's talk about albums.
Okay.
What was that?
Oh, that's my computer. I'll turn it off in a minute. Don't worry about that. Yeah, what have you been listening to, Petey?
All right. Well, I've been listening to this classic album from 1988. Is my mic level okay?
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Good. From Tracy Chapman.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Her self-titled first album. Fantastic. I'm sure everyone knows it, but I just want to remind you how wonderful this album is. It's absolutely a classic. Even from the start with, what's the very first song, mate? I have no idea.
Fast Car, is that on it?
No, that's second. This is talking about a revolution.
Oh, yeah, great stuff.
It's an amazing song, and it also sets the tone for the album. It's all about the downtrodden, the poor, and how they're not treated well in the United States, and how they're trying to, pull themselves up by the bootstraps. But a lot of the stuff is, a lot of things are systematically against them. Fast Cars is the big hit there. It's a great song, really fun, wonderful song. But my favorite is Behind the Wall. It's it's basically about domestic abuse, and she says in there, there's no need to call the police because they always come late if they ever come.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a tone, but it's not a depressing album. It's really great to listen to. Wonderful music, and she's got a fantastic voice.
She's great. It's a bit like Luca, isn't it, by Suzanne Vega?
Oh, yeah.
That's the same sort of message, isn't it? Hi, Glenn. Welcome along.
Hey, Glenn. Nice to see you, mate.
Lovely to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining us tonight. What I like about the album as well, it's got that effortless sound. Like it melds perfectly. Like there's no jagged edges. Like when you go on Fast Car, it goes straight away. It's got a lovely smooth sound to it. Yeah. And I used to play in a band. Andy, our singer, used to do talking about Revolution on his own with a guitar.
Really?
Yeah. He used to he would sit up and play that one. So
is he an American black woman?
No, he's not, funnily enough, but
no, I'm sure he did a good job.
He did a great job, yeah. And it was one of those things where we were quite a poppy, rocky band, and then he would pop up and do that, and it would just change the tone a little bit. And it was nice to have a serious edge every now and again and just do something a little bit different. Yeah. It's fantastic. Just a quick one for everyone that's just joined us. If you want to comment on whichever system you're watching us, and would love to put your message up on the screen and just say hello if you want to. We'd love that as well. If you're there, if you're going to subscribe to our channels, that'd help us out as well, because then we get to talk about music all day long, which is what we love doing as well. It's fantastic. We love doing that. So, yeah, great album. Really like it. Great singles off of it as well. And it's it's really horrible. When obviously I got a lot of vinyl back there, and I go shopping. That's one of the ones that always turns up in the charity shops for some reason. You always find it, but I think people just replace it with CDs. So they're not getting rid of it. They're just replacing it, which is why they've done it. Because
if you're in a charity shop and you see one there, pick it up, mate. You'll love it.
That's it. Yeah. And if not, Joan Emma Trading, the album with is it Love and Understanding on it? That's a really good album as well. Same sort of vibe. Absolutely fantastic. So this week, I've been listening to it a lot. I've just done a video, which I'm bringing out on Monday, of this wonderful artist, Beck, and Mellow Gold on the single Loser, because it's 30 years old. It's just turned 30, so which is a crazy amount of time to think it came out 30 odd years ago. I remember, I bought it and I was like 18, and I was with my mates, and I went down the shops and got it, and I was like greasy haired because I had it then, leather jacket, all the business. Yeah, and we went and bought it, and you know, like I said in the video, which is, I loved it then and I love it now. I just think it's so experimental. He recorded a lot of it in his kitchen and a lot of it in his garage. So it's real lo-fi sound. And they released it anyway. Like they just put it out. So you've got that real crunchy sound from a guy that spent no money on a studio, and it's just become an anthem for the X generation, isn't it? I'm technically an X generationer. So yeah, it's a wonderful record. What was great is it came out in 1994, and there's a track on it, and it's called like the Seymour Hotel 1996 on it. So it's a track that was dated 2 years before it did. But I never found out if he played the gig. I need to find out if he actually played that gig.
Yeah,
that's one of the things I've not actually looked at yet. So
yeah, but it's very innovative. It's a really great album.
Yeah, it's a great album. It's kind of folk blues. It's like the Slacker album, they call it, the Slacker album for generation. Saw him live 2-3 years ago. He was amazing, and he put on a rock show. And every album of his following that is completely different. Brilliant artist. It's really, really sort of innovative. Nick, hello Nick, welcome to the show. Delay was a great Beck album too. Absolutely, yeah. Devil's Haircut and New Pollutions on that one. That's a great album as well. Yeah. So as you go on his journey, he's absolutely fantastic. I do love Beck. I think he's really, really special. Yeah. So that's.
I have a question about him though, mate.
Yeah, go on.
Why did he change his name from Jeff Beck to just Beck?
His mum was famous. His mum was Bibi Hansen, who was an Andy Warhol superstar. So he had a famous mum and dad as well, which is interesting. Right. And they both, from what I read, don't know if it's true, followed a certain religion which people don't like anymore, that's got Tom Cruise in it. You can work that for yourselves before we get banned. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's a great album. If you've not had a chance, dig it out. We'll put links at the bottom for Spotify so people can check the stuff out like we do as well, because you got to hear it. Anyway, should we play some music? Some music? What should we start with? It's going to be who, Pete?
All right, we're going to play a video from our guest tonight.
Are you not the other one first?
What?
You're not the stars one? Or you want to go straight to the guest?
No, we're going to go to the guest one. All right.
Okay, mate. No worries.
All right, mate. Yeah. So this is Andy Zamenes with Ride.
I'm gonna read my rights. You're gonna see my name in flashing neon lights. I'm gonna make my mark. I'm gonna take my aim. I'm getting in that 15-minute Hall of Fame. So don't ask me if I feel alright. I'm gonna catch that train, I'm gonna ride. I'm gonna take that along, I'm gonna make a dent. I'm gonna save back every nickel I just spent. I'm gonna wash my clothes, I'm gonna pay the rent. I'm gonna give it 110%, oh yeah. Well, don't ask me 'cause I'ma do it fine. I'm gonna catch that train, I'm gonna ride, 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 ride. One time, wait. Walk that out, I'm gonna make that show. I got my new dress on, I'm gonna do-see, do-see, do. I'm gonna grab the gold, I'm gonna take the cake. I'm gonna better be good for goodness sake, oh yeah. I'm gonna make it to the church on time. I'm gonna catch that train. I'm gonna ride, ride,
Yeah, nice. Really, really cool.
That's it. Andy Zamenes, a fantastic singer-songwriter. Really good stuff.
Before we bring him on, we got to say hello to Bob because Bob's watching. Hi, Bob. Nice to have you here. I sent Bob a badge and he said he's wearing it in pride.
Oh, nice. Very good.
Cool to see in the show. Glyn says great song as well.
Thanks, Glyn.
It's fantastic. It's rocky. It's indie. Should we bring Andy on and just talk about it?
Let's bring him on.
Let's bring him on. There he is.
Zamenes. Hi, Andy.
Hi there. How are you?
Good. Nice to see you, mate.
Nice to see you as well.
I
haven't seen that video in a long time. I was just watching. I said, "Oh yeah, I remember that."
Yeah, you and your twins.
Yes. The band of one that is many.
Yeah, it's good. So Andy is from the San Francisco Bay Area in California. He's been sending music into my independent music show, Unknown Sounds, for quite a number of years now. And this is the first time we've met. I feel all giddy. Ooh.
Me too. I just don't know what to say. I didn't know whether to wear my hat on forwards or backwards or off.
Good, mate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
How are the cool people doing it? Yeah. So that song we just played there, right? Like that was like a grungy rock style. Is that your normal style of music, or is that just one of those tracks that you fancy doing something different for?
So that's the funny thing about that track is that it's kind of an anomaly. That's what I mean, really, because I mean it's kind of it's got your it's kind of an alt rock kind of song, but then again it's got a little bit bluesy, and it's a little bit of everything basically. And I'm also doing a voice that I think the voice is what makes it kind of an anomaly, because the song just, I don't really control what kind of style song comes to me. It's whatever it is that comes to me is what comes to me. And, I usually don't have a little twang when I'm doing a song, but this song I am, I'm going to right my wrongs, and all that stuff. So, I mean, that's not, but that's what I heard in the song. So it's my style, yet it's not. It's a little bit unique, and it's probably one of the few singles that I have released since I started since I've been predominantly doing children's music and family music. So so I just fit in adult music wherever I can, but hopefully it will start to even out coming up here.
Well, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I noticed that you said it just comes to me that way. Is that how you write songs? They just come to you?
Yeah. Most of the time I don't just sit there and say, okay, well, I need to write a song. I need to write a song that's 133 BPM, and I mean, I just I get inspired, and then it comes to me. And most of the time the songs come to me in the morning, like right before I wake up, right before I'm fully awake. That's when it usually comes to me. So, wow. Because I guess that's when whatever can happen. I guess you're working on it, subconsciously, or your muse gets in there and says, "Hey, buddy, I got one for you." And so that's what has happened. And then sometimes, say with children's music, I'll be inspired by something that a child says, or something that happens at a show or something like that. And then, whatever happens, it ruminates, gestates, whatever it does, and then all of a sudden I've got something, and it's there. And usually I hear all of it. I mean, usually I hear kind of the melody, but I also hear arrangements and stuff like that right off the bat. Then I need to refine them. I mean, I can hear them in my head, but then it's like, okay, that's a whole different story, getting them out there, onto your recording apparatus and everything. So
we should explain that Andy is actually two performers. He's Andy Zamenes under his independent music, and he's Andy Z or Andy Z for the children's music. And you actually make a living as Andy Z, don't you?
I do. It's my 23rd year as Andy Z.
That's amazing. That's great.
Yes. It really has been it's been a wonderful thing. I mean, because it allows me to mix everything basically, because when I do Andy Z music and audio stories and things like that, I have characters. I do character voices because I'm also a voiceover guy. I do some voiceovers and things like that. And I get to incorporate all different genres of music. I mean, I can put it all on the same album, whether it's jazz or Celtic or hip hop or rock, or me, whatever me is, right? So that's that's been the blessing of it, is I can mix all of my favorite things to do: storytelling, voiceovers, writing in different genres, and I can put it all on the same, album and say, hey, I'm Andy Z, and then I get to play for kids who are just awesome.
Yeah, awesome. And you get paid for it, so that's amazing. That's great.
Now I do. Part of me does long still to do more, adult music, and I've been ramping that up a little bit. I had a little time to kind of reinvest in adult music during the pandemic, because really there were not a lot of gigs happening, and the gigs that I did have were streaming, streaming gigs, and so
that's great.
Amazing. Some people say hi from France.
Oh,
plays.
Bonjour.
And we also have to say hello to Rosie as well, as watching us in Spain. I think it's Spain. Hello, all the way in Spain as well. Got people watching all around the world. Wonderful stuff. Andy's going to play some music for us. Is that right? You're going to play a song for us?
Is that all right, Andy?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, before you do that, this is a new song for you, yeah?
Is it? Do you want me to play the new adult tune?
Yeah, is that okay?
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
and could you explain? Now this is a different formation, isn't it? It's not under your name, is it?
Well, it isn't. It isn't. I have a new project, which will probably end up being a new band, and it's called Phenomenally. And Phenomenally is basically what I plan on being my new way of getting my particular style of alt rock, whatever you want to call it, alt rock, indie rock. Really, I mean, a lot of it sounds kind of like 90s rock, really, 90s alt rock, that kind of stuff. But whatever that is, that I want to channel into, I want to release things as Phenomenally, because it just kind of splits things up a little bit. And if you want to hear that, then you can hear that. If you want to hear singer-songwriter stuff, well, then you can hear my new Andy Zamenes album or whatever. But so that's why I did that. And yeah. And
okay, cool.
So new songs. You can go ahead if you want to. I'm just going to tune. I have to. This is a drop D tuning, so I'm going to have to.
You let us know when you're ready, buddy. So there's three Andys at the minute. Is that right? There's young Andy, old Andy, and the Z one. That was
Andy. Oh, what?
There's so many.
Yeah, Andy Z, kids. Yes. Andy Zamenes, singer-songwriter.
Yeah,
Phenomenally, Tin Man, whatever. So the band used to be Tin Man. That was my alternative rock.
And our friend Glyn said Andy could be the long lost American Wiggle as well, if you know the Wiggles are there.
I know.
Yeah,
I do. I released a cover of a Wiggles tune.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very cool. Yeah. Nice call, Glyn.
To the monkey. Yeah, the monkey dance. And actually, it did very well. At least on Pandora, it did very well. So yeah, we and I actually perform that with my performing band. So
cool.
Wicked.
Great. Music. Andy Z and the Andyland Band. That's my performing band with
so that's 4 now we've got to.
I know. Welcome to my world. I'm just everywhere right now. So
wow.
I love it. It's quality.
Then I'm Daddy Z too, and Granddaddy Z as well. So it's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. This sounds crazy too.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna take ourselves off the screen and just focus on you, mate.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. Here. So this song's called Be My Poppy. And it was inspired by Poppy Lee, who was a character on a Apple TV series that I really, really like. I don't watch much TV. I just don't have a lot of time, but I really love this one. It's called Mythic Quest. So about a video game company, and then the 2 main characters are Ian and Poppy Lee. And so this was inspired by about end of season 1, beginning of season 2, and and this is what came out. So this all kind of came to me. So here we go. Be my poppy. Be my poppy. For everything I say. Be my poppy. And do it all anyway. Though you must protest, you help fulfill my selfish quest for fame. Just the same. Be my poppy. The architect of my dreams. Be my poppy.
daft or extreme. Though you curse and shout, you feel the need to let me outside free. Can't you see? You're my puppy. Behold your king, your magistrate, who strokes the most deliberate. You'll be the brush with which I paint, and you shall be my queen. Besides the fairest in the land, lo, you will stand at my left hand. I hereby state by royal decree that you shall always be my puppy. Now I must confess, I hold you high above the rest, so please, always be, please, always be, please, always be my puppy.
That was great.
Excellent, mate. Nice one.
Yeah, hopefully it didn't come across to, like I said. What was that?
Instant audience is what that was.
Gardeners
Applause
outside
from all over the world.
Yeah. So that's it. Hopefully it didn't sound too garbled, but yeah.
No, it's okay. We know we're live streaming, so it's not going to be perfect, but it sounds good, mate. It's a great song.
Oh, thank you.
So what was that? Was that like a personal experience that you wrote about, or was it just something that you sort of, you know?
It was inspired by Mythic Quest, which is an Apple TV series, basically. And yeah, I'd always wanted to watch it, and then I finally watched it at the beginning of this year, and I kind of binge watched the first season and a half or so, and it's just, I don't know if you know the TV series Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So it's the same writers, but so if you like that kind of humor, you know, but I thought it was just brilliant, you know, and I was really inspired by the relationship between the owner of the company and the main, basically the main code writer. Basically writes all the code for all the video games and stuff. And so their big video game is Mythic Quest, right? And not a lot of people know about this series, but it's gotten really good. You know, it gets really good reviews, and the people who like it are just hardcore Mythic Quest fans, right? And so, you know, a little bit obscure, and then the song came to me because it was about it, and actually the dynamic changes over the seasons, but at first it's like Ian, the owner of the company, he uses a kind of coercion kind of thing, and kind of just he's completely off in left field, and he's doing, oh, let's do this. No, let's do this now. And let's do this. And then the code writer's just trying to be very straight and narrow. Right. And she's like, she just goes crazy, but she, you know, dealing with this guy, but she does it anyway. Right. So I wrote the song about that, about the whole dynamic kind of thing, you know, it's, and so that's what came out. So
it's amazing. So go, Pete.
No, I really like that, mate. So are you going to be touring with Feldman?
Oh, with Phenomenally?
Phenomenally, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I think we're going to probably start. I'll probably start local, you know, and start regional, and then once we do that, then who knows? You know, maybe we will branch out. I think if anything, you know, since I still do mostly Andy Z concerts. I'll probably be doing regional, and maybe even for the first time in a while get out of state, I guess I could say, out of the state of California where I am, and maybe even across you know, to the East Coast and things like that. But
and maybe London.
Well, that would be wonderful. I actually have aspirations. Two members of my touring band with the Andyland band, the children's music, they both go to Great Britain every year. It's like a regular thing for them. And they actually do coffee house shows there because they have their own group together. Nice. That does indie rock, indie pop. And, they're very cool too. But anyway, yeah, I have aspirations of doing that. I even want to go back to, my folks are of Greek descent, I guess you could say. So we go, there's a lot of children's music and things that happen in Greece too, touring and things like that. So who knows, stay with my cousins and maybe do some shows out cool. There, you know, but I do have aspirations to do that. We'll see. We'll see.
Gigging from the Acropolis. That would be great.
Yes.
Andy, I've got a question for you.
Me and Giannis and Vangelis, right? No.
I've got a question for you, mate. So when you're doing a gig as Andy Z, do you ever think to yourself, I'm going to do one of my own tunes right now and surprise these kids?
You know, well, I'd like to say yes, but probably not. It's so funny. That's the thing about me when I'm doing children's music. I just go into the zone.
Yeah,
I think
you must compartmentalize everything that you do, otherwise you'd go nuts.
Yes, that's true. And yeah, so I'm semi nuts. Not
yeah, well, I only have one compartment, and it's totally me.
What's that compartment about? Yeah, so I just, but like I said, I wish at times there could be two of me, you know, so that I would be able to put the time. I mean, I just have I have a backlog of adult music, quote unquote adult music. I mean, what are you going to call it? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, in comparison, kids music, adults music, children's music, family
exactly.
music.
I was going to say when we played Ryan, I was going to here's Andy's adult video, but that's a little bit
adult video. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's something else too. A lot of things. And actually,
that's another compartment. Is that what you're saying, Andy?
Oh God, that's something else. Yeah. That was the let's do an adult music video over during the pandemic. That was that compartment. Yeah. So
okay, cool.
So you just played the guitar and sung for us, and it was really great, and you made it look very easy. And at the moment, Corey Feldman, the original Lost Boys actor and Goonies guy, is doing the rounds for his guitar playing skills, because it turns out he's a fully fledged musician now. He's released 4 albums. He's on the Limp Bizkit tour as we speak.
No way.
Really? So he's on the Limp Bizkit.
I've heard he was doing music, but I didn't know.
Yeah, he's basically the opener for Limp Bizkit. So there's people that are following the tour. It's called the Loserville tour. He pronounces it the Loserville tour, but it's not right. It's Loserville tour. I just want to show you some of his guitar playing as a guitar player, and any guitar players watching this technique that he's got. I think it's really unique. So here we go. Okay. Now, if you could be half that good.
Wow.
I don't know what he's doing. I mean, it's funny because it's, you know, you can look at that and you can either see it as, wow, he's really shredding, or he's really just playing a bunch of notes really fast. You know?
It's great, isn't it?
I had no idea it even looked like that. It's like, what's that thing he's got going on? It's kind of like a late 70s Van Halen kind of thing going on there.
He's amazing. So I did a video of it on my channel when I was talking about it, and I watched like the whole footage because it goes on for ages. There's loads of it. It's not just it's just a little bit I've got you. And the question comes down to, like, is he brilliant and we just haven't caught on yet? Is he not well but doesn't know it? You know what I mean? Or is he, you know, is it one of those things where it's a cry for help, like when Britney hit the car with an umbrella? Is it one of those things where he's crying out, no one's noticed? But he's doing every tour he's done so far, there's something that's gone wrong. Like he shouted at his band on the last one because they started the song before he got there. Things like it's either the greatest performance art known to mankind, and he's done it for nearly 30 years. Or there's something going on under the hood. But as a musician, like, he's got the same band every single time, and I don't know how they do it. Yeah. Could you play with someone like that was just that far off the wall, Andy, do you think?
Probably not. He's a lost boy, isn't he?
Oh,
He is a lost
that
boy.
was a fantastic one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I like about
So, I don't know. He's just doing him, right? And he has a reputation that precedes him, right?
Yeah.
So he can do that, and he probably had a built-in like, hey, oh, I remember Corey Feldman kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a band. Okay, let's book him. So
Definitely.
yeah.
I also think, though, that it's something to do with the aftermath of his relationship with Michael Jackson.
Yeah. And funny enough, one of the videos, he dances like Michael. He has a red shirt, white T-shirt, and black trousers.
Right.
Wow.
And the fedora. Honestly, it's insane. Yeah. And he's he also does a cover of Cry Little Sister from the Lost Boys soundtrack. Just to make sure.
Wow. He is milking it.
Just to make sure everybody knows. Yeah, that's me on the Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's kidding.
It's just the most wonderful stuff. If you get a chance, definitely go on YouTube and Google Corey Feldman at the Loserville Festival, because you don't mean to mock, but I've not been this entertained in years. It's the best footage I've ever seen.
Isn't that what it's about? I mean, whatever it is, as long as it's entertaining you, then hey,
that's it. Yeah.
I guess he's doing his job, right?
Glyn says there, I can't
spandex or no spandex, right?
Glyn says there, I can't play guitar, but even I know he's blagging it.
Yeah.
That's the mark of a true. What I love about that footage is the fact he does, like, he's going wow, like please. He's willing the notes to turn up, but they don't want to do it. It's like the best footage.
And then the arm up in the air, triumphant.
Yeah.
And he's found the cut switch. I do this for a bit. Superb. Corey Feldman, if you're watching this, man, keep going, because I'm loving it, man. You're the best. You're the best. That's fantastic. Should we play some more music, Pete? We were going to play an artist while Andy was with us, wasn't we?
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure which one we were going to do.
Kerosene?
Okay.
It's just Corey will do that to you. It's just mesmerizing,
Yeah. No, you got it into my brain.
Or do you want the yodeling lady? Which one would you like?
Let's do the yodeling lady.
Okay, then. So who's this lady?
This is Sofia Shkidchenko, a Ukrainian woman. I should say, a girl. She's about 16, 17 years old, and she's got an amazing voice. She does a lot of pop music, but she also did this in the traditional German Ukrainian kind of thing. It's called Alf und Alf. Let's have a listen.
Lebenslust und voll Übermut. Deinen Kummer in der Brust und Psyche im Blut. Auf und auf, was kostet die Welt, hat gern mir dadurch. Denn es hat sich rausgestellt, dass mir das Leben mag. Rudi, 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 Trudno voller Freiheit, небами мой Herz звать, Sofia Selischka. Von auf wie Fuß nicht wie von oben glänzt. Hat wie Macht, wenn an der Wort verschenkt.
I'm willing to bet.
Wow.
Anybody that watches this show says, I bet Rob loves that. And I do. I love that. It's
great.
That is awesome.
I love it.
Where else on a show would you get something like that as well? Like rock pop, Andy, and then
yeah. She is amazing though. She's doing really, really well. And she does have her own, disco stuff and they play in the clubs, but I love that one. Really the vocals are amazing on that. When I think about it, the only yodel I can do is from the Drake's Company.
Oh my God.
You know that, Andy? A yodel in America is like a Swiss roll here.
Oh, I think it's called yodel back in the day as well.
She definitely had the Swiss thing going.
Oh yeah.
With the Chuck Taylors, that was really cool. I love yodeling, and that truly is incredible voice control.
Wow. Glenn says the Von Traps have sold out.
They've sold out. Give me some red Chuck tees. I'm on it.
That was amazing. Well, I love that. It's just like a really cool little pop single, isn't it? It's really great. When she does other stuff, Pete, does she sing similar, or is it sort of just
no? It's a lot more. Like I said, it's a lot more produced, a lot more synthetic. This, I think, is her best stuff.
Yeah, it's just
that's me. She's really popular, so maybe the young kids love the other stuff, but
Thank you, Granddad.
Like house rave kind of stuff.
Kind of stuff, yeah, kind of that kind of stuff.
Electric. Yeah.
It's great. That's why I love about the show, and Pete's show in particular, Sidetracked there, because you never know what you're going to get. Music's going to come in. It's a mixed bag. There'll be details to contact Pete on the bottom when we're done as well, and Andy, obviously, so you can contact Pete about getting your music on the show and get Andy's music as well. So yeah, keep sending it in, no matter how weird it is.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, Chatting Tracks with Rob Burgess.
That's
my buddy on the right here, left wherever he is. Yeah, definitely check out his. He's got a lot of good reaction videos. He's, he has great interviews. He's a talented guy, but don't tell him I said that. But what I'd like to do now, if it's okay with you guys, and if it's all right with you, Andy, we've talked about Andy Z. I would love if you could play one of your songs.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, Andy actually sent this song into Unknown Sounds, and I thought, what? It's a kid's song. What is this? But I played it. It was great.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's the parents like it a lot, especially the moms. I found, not to stereotype or anything, but it's a song called "I Love You Because You're You," and it's basically, some people come up this. It's kind of got the Fred Rogers vibe. You're familiar with Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and all that. Yeah. But I mean, just well, it's just that not confirmation, but just reinforcing that, no matter who you are, what you do, you're worthy of being loved, right? And I love you because you are you. And
that's right.
What makes you special. So it's a very, very, obviously it's, the song is very simple in its delivery of that message, obviously, because it's for kids, but
also the style is also really cool. I think. Don't say anything. I want to see what Rob thinks about it once we hear the song. Okay.
Name that genre. Name that subgenre or whatever.
All right. So again,
I adjusted my Mac.
Yeah, that's better.
So we were all at the same height.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Wait. Yeah. Hey, we should do something like that. Okay. No. Let me make sure I have a good.
Okay, we'll disappear. It's over to you, Andy.
Okay, good. I love you because you're you. Oh, wait, maybe I should adjust down again. I don't know. Do you want to see my guitar? Well, it's not gently weeping. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of old. Okay, here we go. This is I Love You Because You're You.
I don't care if you sing in tune or if your eyes are brown or blue. Believe me when I tell you true. I love you because you're you. It's okay if you dance and cheer. Don't be shy because I'm here. You can do those things you do. I love you because you're you. I love to see your smiling eyes. I love the way they shimmer. I love your light that shines inside. It's something you should never hide. I love to see your smiling eyes. I love the way they shimmer. I love your light that shines inside. It's something you should never hide. I don't care if you sing in tune or if your eyes are brown or blue. Believe me when I tell you true. I love you because you're you. I love you because you're you. I love you because you're you.
Way. Good more clapping.
Yeah. Fantastic.
That was almost
song.
a yodel there at the end there. I love you because
Yeah.
That's falsetto to voice. Yeah.
Becky says, such a cute song.
It is a cute song. And it reminds Rob, what does it remind you of?
Well, I sort of got a 60s psychedelic flavor at the start, a bit like the Strawberry Alarm Clock.
Yeah.
That sort of,
yeah.
Maybe that's too far out, but yeah.
No, I think you're right. And also, I think a bit of the early Beatles as well. Because there's a part where
this is early Beatles right here. This one. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, and obviously, I mean, who wasn't really inspired or influenced by the Beatles? But yeah,
of course. That is. I thought you were going to put a couple of high oohs in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Very good.
Well, there's the ooh la la las in that part, and that's very ooh la la la, ooh la. Yeah, Beatles. Come on,
very good.
Did you write that with them in mind? Was it when you was writing it? Did you sort of channel it?
It just happened again. It just came to me. Actually, I was in the front house of where I live now, and I was on the back porch, and the sun was shining down on me one morning, and I came outside, and I sat there, and then that song came to me, and I was like, wow, that's pretty powerful for just a kid's song. And I said, well, and then I went inside and I refined it, and I said, wow, that's very Beatles. Well, good. I mean, I could have worse influences, right?
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. I want to indulge.
That's very Guar. Do you know Guar?
Yeah.
Guar.
Beatles, they got this much talent if they're lucky. This much talent. Spinal Tap
That's another thing I like about you, mate. Even with your kids' music, it's you're exposing them to different types of music and different ideas that are a little bit askew, which is great for them. It makes them more open to other types of things in their lives. Not just music, which is great. That's a great influence.
Yeah, I have kids who come up to me because I've been doing it for so long. I'll have kids come up to me who are not kids anymore. They're like 21, 22. And some of them tell me, hey, I never forgot about you, and I never forgot, coming to see you all the time. And now I'm doing this, or now I'm doing that. Now they're doing something in the art industry, or they're doing, now I have my own band together. We're touring Europe or whatever, and it's like,
that's great.
And they
really cool.
They say, thanks, Andy Z. And I'm like, wow, I almost don't know what to say, but I just say, well,
give me some money. That's what you should say.
Yeah. Sign me to Capitol Records. This is Capitol Records.
Never mind that rubbish. Give me a job.
Rubbish. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to indulge myself one more time if it's okay with you. We do have a Andy Z. Sorry.
You can call me Andy Z. I like that.
Yeah. I'm getting too British here. I can't believe
it. No, I love Andy
my car in the garage.
I said I'm gonna start calling myself Andy Z over here.
Andy Z, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna play a video from Andy Z. Okay, I think it's a lot of fun, and I think there's got some British influence as well.
A little
Pumpkin
bit.
Patch.
Let's all go down to the pumpkin patch. Let's all go down to the pumpkin patch, so I can pick my favorite one. Let's all hop down to the pumpkin patch. Let's all hop down to the pumpkin patch. Let's all hop down to the pumpkin patch, so I can pick my favorite one. Some are big and some are kinda small. Some are wide and some are kinda tall. And no one pumpkin is better than the rest. You can pick the pumpkin that you like best. Let's all skip down to the pumpkin patch. Let's all skip down to the pumpkin patch. Let's all skip down to the pumpkin patch, so I can pick my favorite one. Let's all chop down to the pumpkin patch. Let's all chop down to the pumpkin patch. Let's all chop down to the pumpkin patch, so I can pick my favorite one. Some are round and some are kind of flat. Some are skinny and some are kind of fat. And no one pumpkin is better than the rest. You can pick the pumpkin that you like best. Let's all march down to the pumpkin patch. Let's all march down to the pumpkin patch. Let's all march down to the pumpkin patch, so I can pick my favorite one more time. Let's all march down to the pumpkin patch. Let's all march down to the pumpkin patch. Let's all march down to the pumpkin patch, so I can pick my favorite one. Hey! Welcome to my world. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba. Welcome to my world. Ba-ba-ba.
I don't know. I still think I'm a kid. You know, I think it's great. I love it.
That's good. Thank you.
And it's like 80s British boy punk bands.
Yeah, it is actually.
How
Yeah.
did you do that accent, mate?
It was just amazingly catchy.
Oh.
You know, like-
Well, it's very. I mean, come on. I know. It's very canned. You know.
I can listen to a whole album of that all day
Oh,
long.
I'm just
Yeah.
like this now. You know, kind of thing. You know.
And by by the way, that's another band, the Beeheads.
Yeah.
Wow.
It
Go
was-
get the
No,
seven.
right. You're right. It just became the Andyland band. That was earlier. Yeah. But just
That was
in time
fun,
for
mate.
Halloween. Did you do that on purpose, Pete? I mean,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
anyone that's watching, we have
love
links in the description for all these. So if you've got kids and you want them to sing along,
Not just for kids.
I need a copy of that. That's quality.
It
No,
is.
it's-
Great
well,
stuff.
that was off the album, The Grand Stream of Things, which is actually for older kids as well. And it was an audio play, and it actually got 10 years later. I'm like, I sold some CDs actually when they were still selling CDs of it, but then I got a audio story of the decade award for that album, from Funky Kids Radio, I believe.
Oh,
It was
cool.
a finalist in that Funky Kids Radio Music Awards, which is out of Australia. And I said, well, you know, gosh, that's cool. It's nice to see it kind of get recognized for something. But it was my best. It was one of my best audio stories, and it actually got me an adult gig at Austin City Limits Festival.
Wow, cool.
One song called "Alien Girlfriend" actually got some adult radio play as well. And,
That's great.
So I got to go down to Austin, Texas, and
Fantastic
play.
place for music.
Yeah, and I got to be in the same VIP lounge as, like, you know, everybody from Depeche Mode to Muse. Muse is one of my favorite bands.
Wow.
To Muse, Kings of Leon, The Cure, Jimmy Eat World, all these bands. Every spectrum. Lionel Richie was on, like, after us on another stage, but
That's fantastic.
it was crazy. 120 bands over 2 weekends. So yeah, I mean, you're going to see lots of big acts, and so Kings of Leon, Queens of the Stone Age,
Cool.
Nice.
Andy's Edge.
Well, Becky Williams says my nursery children would love this, so I think we'll have to get a copy to play in the nursery.
Please,
So,
well, yeah, streaming everywhere. Nobody, people just assume throw a CD as a frisbee sometimes rather than, but or use it as a coaster or something. But I love.
Hey,
I
don't
love
knock CDs. I still have CDs.
I
I
love
got
CDs.
albums.
Oh,
And I
I
also
love-
have some of these.
Oh, is that an 8-track?
That's an 8-track.
Is that the Who? No, what is
That's
that?
the Who, yeah, Tommy.
Tommy.
The Who.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, the iconic covers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first album I ever listened to as a kid that I remember listening to. I popped an 8-track of Sgt. Pepper's in my in my parents' piece of furniture, because you remember those old consoles that it was like literally like you could eat your lunch on it, and then
they were huge. I love them. I wish I had one now. I've
got an 8-track somewhere. I've got a Abbey Road one.
Oh right, yeah. Very cool.
Can't play it, just wanted to own it.
I've got a player as well, so I can actually play him. But I love when you're in the middle of like a deep, really emotional song, it'll just fade out and go, and then fade back.
Is that in the 70s? Everybody was so stoned, it was to wake them up. Is that what?
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
Imagine Dark Side of the Moon.
Snap out of it.
Andy, thanks for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here as a guest. We're going to put links in the description to all of Andy's music so you can find it. All 15 bands and 200 identities that he's got. We'll have links for it at the bottom.
I have a new Andy Zamenes track coming out at some point.
Oh, cool.
Too. And it's a very singer-songwriter kind of thing. So it's a little more acoustic, but it's got lots of layered vocals, things like that. And
that's great.
I'll let you know about it when I finally get to it.
Yeah.
I want to spend more time in this studio recording.
And please send it into Unknown Sounds.
I will for sure.
Great.
And thank you for having me. You guys are extremely, extremely fun to
nice.
Thanks, buddy.
correspond with. I really enjoyed it. Really
thanks, buddy. Hang around in the green room. We'll talk to you after. So don't go
hang around in the green room. Do you have any pretzels back there?
He's got soggy crisps that we
green M&Ms. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. All right, Andy. Thanks for joining us. And we'll
thanks,
put
Andy. Cheers.
in the background there. Fantastic! What an amazing guest. It's almost like 10
great.
for one.
Great. Yeah, it's like talking to Sybil.
Yeah,
all these different people.
It's well, I mean, to be that talented, that many different styles of music must be amazing. If you can cover it all in one go, it's absolutely blinding, isn't it? Really, really cool. As ever, if you can subscribe to all of our channels, that will massively help me and Pete out. And we're trying to just push the music out there. Like today, we've given you a complete mixed bag. You've had Austrian/German singing, you've had rock, you've had pop, kids music, if you like. It's been really so. Don't forget to subscribe to all our channels. Check out all these episodes of Sidetracked, and there'll be links everywhere for the previous shows. And if you want to come on, email Pete or myself through the links in the descriptions, and you can come on and talk about it as well. Also, if you're a fan and you want to come on and just talk about your favorite album or your favorite single, why not hit us up with that and we'll have you on. We can talk about albums because we always talk about it. It's nice to get other people's opinion, right, Pete?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Everything, anything you want to talk about music related, come on, let us know. We'll incorporate it into the show.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Well, time's against us and it's time to go. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one, I guess.
We'll see you in a week's time.
See you later. Thanks, everybody. Ta-da. Bye-bye.